Hi Virgo, happy birthday and happy Virgo season. There's so much beautiful earth energy in the sky this month and you're really going to be receiving the benefits of it. Your ruler Mercury is residing in your sign until September 5th, and before it moves into Libra, it will trine Pluto and Saturn and sextile Venus. So happy days. Your sun will also trine Uranus, Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn, and especially look to the 9th of September for a very special day as the sun in your sign trines Jupiter, who will finally station direct on the 12th. So your luck with creativity, play, love and children is all about to increase, which is good news. And speaking of love, the full moon in Pisces on September 2nd is very exciting. This is a full moon sextiling Uranus in your 9th house of travel and higher learning. So love may become official, move to the next level. You could meet someone from a different background, a different country even, or you may make plans in the next 6 months to travel with a lover or for a lover. The new moon in your sign on the 17th will be a beautiful new start, with Saturn being there. And in harmony, it means that anything you start now will have longevity and you'll be more likely to see it through. Not that you don't anyway. Around this time, though, your ruler Mercury is squaring off with Jupiter, asking you to make careful decisions, especially financially or regarding children. And at the same time, Venus in your 12th house butts heads with Uranus, asking you to trust your intuition, especially if it's regarding financial decisions surrounding travel or education. If something seems too good to be true, just test your intuition there. Around this time, you may develop more of an interest in tarot, astrology, charms, and crystals. So anything of the occult. But any kind of healing this month is worth investing in. With Venus and Leo for most of the month, you may meet a karmic soulmate, discover your attachment style, heal your relationships, or experience divine serendipity. Mars is retrograding in your 8th house, which means you're getting closer to your shadow side. And squaring the 5th, it's a beautiful time to make the time for what you love to do as a child, follow your childhood dreams and indulge them, because you'll find a lot of healing there and greater connections. Mars is also squaring Venus in your 11th house. Watch out for tensions with friends, but Mars and Venus will join on the 28th at the end of the month to clear any tensions, and really a beautiful, passionate and intimate time. But be careful of projecting insecurities onto lovers. An ex may resurface and you may find some deep healing occurs. Reunions are possible, but tread carefully. With Mars squaring Saturn, maybe showing you where you self-sabotage in love and you need to learn some kind of lesson. Have a beautiful month, Virgo. Take care. Bye. Hi Virgo, welcome to September 2020. This is the tarot part of your astrology and tarot scope. Gonna have a little look and see what the cards have to say, but I did off screen pull your oracle cards. I have a little pile here ready for you, and we're gonna see what the tarot has right now. So for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising for the month of September, let's see what the tarot has to say. Oh, right off the bat we have a card, the Three of Swords. Okay, so you're probably feeling a little bit hurt as we begin the month. Something possibly hasn't gone the way you anticipated it, Virgo. Possibly something has some words or some mental anguish. Something is making you feel quite in your feelings. And I don't think that you really know necessarily what to do with it. It could be minor, it could be major, depending on where you are in your life. But I think many of you are feeling quite upset with someone or something, and perhaps it is an inner child kind of wound. Perhaps it's you're not feeling like you get to be creative enough. Perhaps you're feeling like you don't get to express yourself enough, or when you express yourself your needs aren't met, or they're met with dismissiveness, is what I'm sort of thinking here with the Three of Swords and the Page of Cups. But what I see this is actually being for you is a little bit of a cracking open. Feeling as though you are opening your heart. And oftentimes when our heart is in pain, especially the heart chakra, we can shut everything down and we forget to open it up. And sometimes it actually takes a little bit of upset and feeling to move some emotions through that need to be removed, need to be let go in order to feel more authentic emotionally. And I think for some of you, there could have been an exchange of words, there could have been a romance that didn't work out, there could have been a job that didn't work out, there could have been a bit of concern over somebody in your life. I think I see a lot of Virgos going through worry. You could be worrying about a relationship, but I think for a lot of you, this is almost, to me, looking straight off the bat as though some of you maybe have abandonment wounds or abandonment fears, and this can actually seep into every aspect of your life, regardless of whether or not it is a relationship. Because if you have, for example, with this is kind of an anxious attachment style, there's a potential that you have this, or somebody in your life has this anxious attachment, or feeling as though you don't quite connect to everybody around you, like they don't quite understand you. It's almost as if you feel so worried about being understood that your words are all coming out wrong. And this is funny because Mercury, your ruler, is in your sign for the first few days of the month. So it's an interesting hand to see in your season, Virgo. But one of the things about your season that I've noticed for you is that you know, being the sign of service that you are, you really want to please people. You really want to do a good job. You really want to be a good partner. You really want to show up for people. And I think there is maybe a little bit of reflection on why you're doing that. You know, why are you putting so much thought and care into something or someone that's maybe not quite understanding you or hurting you in some way? Let's see what the rest of the cards, have to say. The Devil and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So when Saturn goes direct at the end of the month, leading up to that, you're going to get your mojo back. The Devil, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. For a lot of you, this is quite tricky to say actually, but a lot of you have, and I think in many cases in tarot and astrology, a lot of people are empathic. A lot of people are very, very good at feeling other people's emotions. They have a lot of their own emotions. I think that's why we all do these type of things, because it's it helps you give in a way, and it also helps you heal. And I think a lot of you that are watching this are probably very empathic. And the thing about being empathic that you should really be taught in schools is that when you're a sensitive, emotional person and you care very much about how other people feel, it often leaves you vulnerable for the people that are the opposite. The people that are users, the people that lie, that manipulate, that cheat, that expose your vulnerability rather than appreciate it. They manipulate your sensitivity rather than embrace it. In fact, sometimes they make you feel bad for it. But what this is really saying, Virgo, is that there seems to be a person just like that in your past that you've not quite healed some trauma from. So for a lot of you, it's holding it in your shoulders, it's holding it in your upper back, and a lot of trapped trauma in the body. And this is making you feel like you can't quite express yourself. And that is one of the things that you need to do the most. You know, that's one of the things that's coming up here is very significant. You need to heal some way of communicating. Now, you'll have plenty of time to do that in Scorpio season. But with Mars retrograding in the 8th house, it's very intense energy, and it's also very mysterious, and it's very secretive. And Virgos, people don't realize that you guys can be very, very secretive about certain things. And I think a lot of you, for the sake of doing a good job, for the sake of being present, are possibly ignoring some link in your past that is stopping you having fun. Now, that is also Saturn, because Saturn is in your 5th house, and that can really restrict your ability to lighten up or loosen up. It can make you feel very much like you can't get into the party or you can't get into the moment at times. Not always, obviously, it depends where it's hitting in your chart, but one of the things with Saturn going direct, Virgo, is that I see you getting this final lesson in how to express yourself, be it verbally, be it through art, be it through music, be it through your hair. You know, one of the things that I'm seeing here is very beautiful, unique hair, you know, this lovely orangey color, pinky color, this blunt fringe, really beautiful hair. So I think maybe some of you are getting your hair done or you're changing things up or whatnot. But whatever way that you express yourself, it's going to be a lot more authentic. And one of the ways that it's going to come out, Virgo, is that you're going to notice that where there has been something stagnant in your life, it starts to move, because the Knight of Swords is very quick. Ooh, King of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. So there's you in your power. Four of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Let's just move these back so you can see. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm already kind of into Halloween. I know it's only the September reads, but I've got an orangey theme going on. Oh dear. Anyway, Four of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So there comes an offer. Ooh. Page of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. There comes an offer of some kind, Virgo. And I think for a lot of you, I'm sensing that you're maybe making some bigger moves in career, because a lot of you with the nodes and underneath the High Priestess, so that Pisces full moon, a lot of you are realizing what you actually deserve, and how that in some cases you have been settling for crumbs. And this could be in the past, maybe you're already stepping into that energy, maybe you're already feeling very aware of what you deserve, maybe you're already feeling as though you could take on the world in some way. I don't feel that you do. I don't feel like you already know your potential, and it's an amazing thing. Virgos oftentimes are healers, but they're also workaholics. So it goes in strange ripples in your life of being very healing and being very peaceful with things, but also really wanting to conquer in a way to make sure that you've got everything right. You take these things very seriously. And one of the ways that I think you're taking it too seriously, Virgo, is trying to do too much for something that's paying off too little. Because with the King of Pentacles between the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, there's almost a sense that you are rejecting some kind of help or some kind of offer that would really put you in a better position. With the Page of Swords, I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know, this to me kind of looks like LinkedIn. People maybe reaching out to you on LinkedIn. That's just for some of you. It's just the suit and the Page of Swords. People, you would be surprised, Virgo, at how many people are seeing what you have, and you would also be surprised at how many people are kind of threatened by it. How many people are threatened by your contributions. With the Four of Cups, I do feel though that you're a little bit apathetic about certain things in your life, and you really need to use your season to get back your King of Pentacles energy, where you feel very secure, you feel very stable, and you really believe that you can make things happen. There may be in some ways, when we get into Libra season, Mercury is your ruler. It's going to be in your second house of finances, and it's going to be pinging off Saturn. So you're going to feel a little bit miserly. I have to tell you that. That's the astrology. You're going to feel a little bit miserly, but that is something worth knowing, because then you will be open to receiving opportunities. Then you will know that I can look for opportunities even if I am feeling this way, or I can accept opportunities. I'm not just going to reject things because I'm in a bad mood about money, or things like this. Because with the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, your money is directly linked to your mind. Mercury in the second, your money is linked to your mind. So make sure that you are in this energy, King of Pentacles, and not the Five of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles means that you know what you're worth, you know your skills. Oh, gonna sneeze. You know your worth, you know your skills, you know what you deserve, you know what you can give. Because when Saturn does go direct and when Jupiter goes direct, they are still going to be clashing with Mercury, don't get me wrong, but here's Mercury here, Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands, things starting to move quickly for you once the direct motion comes into play. So that'll take a couple months to get off the ground fully. But with the Devil card and the Ace of Wands, I feel that Saturn is going to bring you some kind of gift, some kind of enlightening gift, something that makes you realize what you deserve, what you're worth, what you can do, and things start to take off a lot quicker and you understand yourself more. As far as things go with being misunderstood by other people, the stars really are asking you to acknowledge how much you accept yourself. Because your energy is supported by the planet Uranus, very innovative, very inventive, very unique. And when that's supporting your first house, again, as I say, you might change up your image, you might change up your style, but it's also about embracing what makes you unique and being okay standing alone. You know, Venus moves out of your 11th house, and with Venus moving out of Cancer, there's not too much onus on friendships per se. And yes, we have a full moon in your partnership house, but this could lead some of you to walk away from relationships or heal them. But in order to heal a relationship, you have to bring yourself to it completely. One of the oracle cards I actually got for you was walking away. So I feel that some of you maybe have recently walked away from a situation or are walking away from a situation. I think actually in the last couple of months, possibly even as far back as 9 months. I feel like a lot of you have walked away from something that really was not serving you, and you're being given this nod that you are walking towards abundance. So here we have the blossoming abundance card, and not only that, in the other deck I got the abundance card as well. So you are walking towards more fruitful times, and with the King of Pentacles I see that here, but your perspective, Virgo, may not match this just yet. And one of the ways that you will match it is for you to get very much into being in your magic. So you're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality, and you are a channel for divine healing power. So for some of you, you could be looking into tarot, into Reiki, into alternative therapy. You're realizing that your advice is maybe your greatest skill set in this life, and maybe you're realizing that you could go down a different path of healing in some way or another, or maybe you can find a way to heal yourself. That is very likely as well. You know, Venus in the 12th, you will find much abundance, because Venus is very much to do with abundance and love and money. You will find abundance in healing, so that is very important. Now we also had the starfish, and one of the ways I see the starfish for you is that you're in some way, and we talked about this with so much being in your first house and your first house being supported, your appearance really is in your mind in Virgo season. You know, maybe you're treating yourself to some new clothes, maybe you're picking a different style, as I say, a different hairstyle, a different pair of shoes. I feel like you're doing something that's quite unique, and really trying to set a new standard for yourself for the year to come. So I think for a lot of you, you could be getting a new watch, you could be getting, as I say, a new hairstyle. Something about this, Virgo, is saying that making changes to your appearance based on what you really want, you know, authentically, providing you're not hurting yourself in some way, seems to be, I'm talking about little things, I'm not talking about surgery or anything like that. I certainly wouldn't recommend that when Mars is in retrograde, to be perfectly honest, but I think making small changes to your appearance, to your style, you know, provided they are transient in nature, is really looking like something. Again, I'm seeing the fringe imagery here, so I do think a lot of you are making some changes to your appearance that are giving you a confidence boost. But you're being asked and reminded, Virgo, that you're actually needing, with that Pisces full moon, to balance out your practical side, your material side, with your spiritual side. You are in the High Priestess energy around that full moon. And you're particularly being asked to change your mindset in terms of abundance and to see opportunities that are manifesting for you this month. Making sure that you don't miss them because you really want to be understood by that person, or you want to be seen by that person or that company. You know? Are you making everybody else happy? Do they like you? The question really is if you like who you are. That's the bigger question. I think there's really good things going on for you, but I think you might miss them if you get stuck. And that's what tarot is about. It is about showing you where you maybe might get a bit stuck. There is a lot of abundance and good times coming for you. A lot. Especially abundance. When Saturn goes direct and Jupiter goes direct, you're going to step back into that King of Pentacles energy, and you're most likely going to see very important opportunities coming online or through message or through the post or through calls, and you need to be prepared to go quickly. Don't miss opportunities just because somebody in the past didn't see your worth. It's up to you now to see your worth. And that's when your opportunities will become abundantly clear. So I love you guys very much, and I will see you in the next set of readings. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for all my monthly, mid-monthly, and everything else on the channel. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, Virgo.